Hello YouTube gamers. So we are going to be playing some historic Brawl challenge again today, where I try to get 5 wins before I get 5 losses. And today we're going to be using Halana and Alena partners. This is a very fast aggro style deck. Most of it is all like 1, 2, and 3 drops, but I do still have a few 4 and 5 drops as well, just to kind of close things out if the game goes later. A lot of the time the game is over by turn 5 or 6 when the deck draws well. Unless my opponent has a lot of good interaction early game. If they remove the right things or have a couple of board wipes, I can usually survive 1 or 2 board wipes at the most. But if they have more than that, usually, I mean, even 2 is often enough, but it can win through that sometimes. But it does a lot of damage very fast. So let's see if we can get 5 wins before we get 5 losses. Alright, up against a Ragavan, Nimble Pilfer deck. I'm a little surprised they reprinted Ragavan onto Arena, but hopefully it's not too annoying. I think this is the first time I've actually faced a Ragavan as the commander. I probably should put Ragavan in this deck. I don't think I've crafted one yet, though. But this hand looks pretty good. Hopefully we'll draw a land in the first few draws here to make sure we can get our Halana out, but got some decent early games, so. And we got some protection for Alena potentially too. Good. As we get some early damage in. Or maybe just a blocker for Ragavan, we'll see. Probably just want to kill this Ragavan and keep it off the board for a minute. I don't think I really want this. It's really only good against blue decks for the most part. And I want land. We'll try and keep the Ragavan off the board as much as we can. Just don't want things getting stolen that might kill us. Thieving little monkey. Oh, he's got a robber of the rich too. Well, doesn't get anything from that yet. Alright, we're still, unfortunately, not guaranteed our 4th land drop for next turn, so that's a little disappointing. So right now I'm trying to decide if I want to just go for the damage, put the Bone Splitter on this, or if I want to get this Valet down. This can block the robber potentially. And if my opponent does have like a bolt effect, I think I'd rather use it on this than my Halana next turn if I do draw land, so I think I'm just going to go for this guy. Bone Splitter should be pretty easy to fit in later. Oh, it's right, he has haste. I forgot. Probably should have held him back to block maybe. Nah, the robber's no big deal. So if he just plays Ragavan here, that's fine. Really hope we draw a land. Killed my guy, that's fine. 2 damage. Okay. No land, that's very sad. Got my own robber, but this one will actually rob him if it gets through. And I have a blossoming defense, so should work out fine. Now you can take 2 damage. What did I hit? Just about. Too bad the robber doesn't let me play land. Maybe I should have played the Bone Splitter there. I should have thought about it at least more. But I don't mind holding up the Blossom defense as well. Since I don't think I'm going to have time to hold it up for Halana. Hey, it's the original Ragavan. Isn't it? Oh no, it's the other guy. It's the one that gets treasures and stuff. So it's basically aggro versus aggro. We'll be ahead if we get a land here for sure. Unless my opponent has lightning bolt exactly. Didn't get a land. Really unfortunate. But we can still crack back for a lot of damage. Oh yeah, that guy's probably going to put him over the top though, huh? We're not dead yet. I think if we didn't get mana screwed this game, we'd be pretty far ahead. 3-drop, can't play that. Let's see if my opponent has lethal this turn. But most aggro versus aggro matchups are just a coin flip. Not very interesting. Oh, that hits me too. Well, that's good. Thought it was one-sided. 2 damage to any player. Pretty risky. Yeah, either way, this has been a pretty boring game. And we still didn't get land. So I can't play both of these or I die. Is this enough damage to win? He's only got 4 defense, so I've essentially... Yeah, well... We'll see. Oh, we blocked. Definitely more life. This might still be enough. What does he have? 3, 4, 5. Oh, he has a shock too. Oh. I wouldn't say it was a good game. It was a pretty boring game, actually. But aggro versus aggro is always boring. He won the coin flip. But there's really no skill involved in aggro versus aggro. It's just beat each other in the face until someone gets lucky enough to get the damage in first. That's really it. But if we did that match over again like 20 times, I'd probably win 10 and he'd win 10. Probably be very close to that. Same looks fine. And if we didn't miss our 4th land drop, we 100% won that game. That would have been us winning the coin flip. Pretty weird. 2 aggro decks in a row. Don't see that much aggro on here very often. Apparently, as soon as I go to play an aggro deck, everyone's got them. But it's fine. I think we can outrace a Giada deck unless they have like a really, really god draw. Especially if they're going to do things like that. And if we draw another untapped land right now, that would be sweet. This Questing Beast will probably annihilate him. Well, he did get one of the pieces he would need to have a god draw enough to win. That's going to change things quite a bit. We didn't draw a land, unfortunately, but should be okay. I think I want to do this giant growth sign. Gotta do this before the attack. So hopefully his life gain isn't enough to keep him alive long enough to kill us. If you're gonna keep throwing blockers away like good, especially for nothing, that's not a winning strategy usually. It's another good life gainer though. Yeah, he's got all the best life gain cards for that deck. Good for him. Oh, Lelia's good. I think I might wait on the Lelia though, and that does get to a land either way. Wish I had a 2-drop right now, so I could use my Scoos to get him to a 5/5 if he blocked with that. So I'm probably not going to be able to attack with the Scavengers. Pump the Lelia, he will end up being a 5, which is enough. I guess we'll do the Lelia first. I don't want to take the chance that I get some crappy on no land, but not a card I wanted, so it works out. I'm good with that trade. Oh, it's almost out of gas, though. Even more of their life gain cards, jeez. Alright, so my opponent definitely got like a semi-god-like draw. We'll see if it's enough. Can't think of many other cards that could have gotten here to still be alive. At least that a Giada deck commonly runs. Champion. Would have been good earlier. I don't know why my deck just will not get more than 3 lands. Too. probably just going to play the champion and not attack with it this turn, just pump it up. I will attack with this guy. If he wants to trade his Steel Seraph for it to kill it, I'm fine with that. It's the only thing he can block with. It's not like he can't afford to take it. He's got 30 freaking life. This still might end up being good enough. We'll see. Hey, he finally made the right play and took the damage. I think it's the first time he did that this game. Creature control of ward 1. Flying first strike, sure. He can't block. Do you give it lifelink and not vigilance? Kind of greedy. You can't block anyways, you might as well have attacked him. Oh, I guess I could have killed this commander with that. Oh, that's pretty good. Land would still be better, but... Alright, well, let's just get the champion really huge. I don't think I need it for the Hexproof. Now all my stuff is unblockable. Oh, I should use this now. I don't have anything else to do with the mana. Recognize. I guess his life gain wasn't enough yet, at least unless he... If he chops X like a board wipe, he might have a chance. Or some other big thing that like gives all of his creatures like double strike or something. Would that even be enough? What's this one do? Oh, just does things with soldiers. Soldiers? Does he even have any soldiers? None of these are soldiers. What the heck? I guess it's because soldier tokens. It's a weird card to have in a GL deck. That's not lethal. Did well considering he got totally mana screwed. And my opponent drew a ton of life gain cards. Like most of the best ones. Just keep making the champion bigger, I guess. Sure. Alright, that's win number 1. Hopefully the next match isn't just another aggro deck. I really like playing my aggro deck against other non-aggro decks better. It's more fun for me. Unless it's a hyper-control deck, they usually beat it. Because they have a lot of board wipes. After this, I'll probably end up playing some kind of control deck or something. Not sure what I'll do. Seems like it could work out. I guess an Atali deck. He's probably going to be spending most of his early game ramping. This isn't the fastest start or anything, but it might be fast enough. We'll see. Again, the perpetual problem of trying to draw a land or two in the first few draws of the game, which seems to never happen with this deck, at least not today. Hey, oh my god, I drew a land. Amazing. It is possible. That's good. Goose will let me get my Halana hand. Nice. Cool, it did not have removal for Halana. Oh. Yeah, it was pretty over. He realized it. This deck does tend to be fast. Definitely a bit of an early concede, but it was probably over, so can't blame him too much. Against a Finn the Fangbearer, it's pretty much another aggro deck, I suppose. It's more aggro than anything else, I guess. Well, this hand is, at least it's got some pretty good early plays. Oh, so Tenacious Pup into Incubation Druid, that's really good, isn't it? I don't think I've ever actually had that happen before. Because he only needs 1/1 counter to get 3 mana. Pretty good. Should work out nicely if my opponent doesn't have AD available for this stuff, which this Finn is not that frequent. At least he didn't have a turn 1 Death Touch creature like they usually do. Definitely going to be a race. But we got a lot of mana if this guy lives. I'm even thinking I might block with this. Keep away, but I don't know. Not really worth it. Just to cultivate, okay. That's going to be way too slow. Most likely. Alright, we'll take it. I'd rather just get damage in. I think we can kill him before he can kill us, more than likely. It was unfortunate we didn't draw another land. That would have been really good. Alright, so we play this. I guess I'll play the Goose. Actually might pump this Goose, but we're probably going to use it for mana, so I guess I'll just pump this guy. Start getting some damage in. Ends up being the same damage anyway. removal. It's unfortunate, but if we draw a land, we can still just play it again. Actually, with the food, we can still just play it again, so actually it's not that big a deal at all. I'm fine with that too. That's less toxic he's hitting us with. So if he has another removal here, we're probably going to lose. Not much I can do about it, though. That's pretty good. So put Rabbit Battery down. We'll attach that to Alena. Not actually going to attack with her. This can block Finn with my first strike. And we have enough mana left to play a 3-drop. I think I'm going to go for the double striker. Alena gives haste, so this will just be big damage, potentially. It's also more damage from Alena. So let's see. If I hit him for 10, does another 3 really matter? Actually, I guess it might. Oh, I shouldn't attack with the Gilly Goose, but I don't think it matters too much. But I was going to block with the Gilly Goose. I got to get out of the habit of just clicking attack all. I've gotten screwed by that a few times. Hopefully I don't get screwed by it this game. Proliferate ain't enough unless he has double proliferate, then we're dead. And then we get screwed by tapping the Gilly Goose. So he does have it. He technically wins, but we still had the game. Mess that up. He did not attack, even better. Oh, Orklaw. I think that's almost certainly. Cool. If you blocked the other way, I wonder if you would have survived. I didn't do the math. Definitely don't mind destroying a Fang Bearer. Those are pretty degenerate, shitty ass decks. That was a long wait queue. Up against Trollasara. Trollasara can be pretty fast. Well, I think I'd like this hand if I had a mountain in it, but I don't, so we're gonna mull. That definitely looks better. They do have a lot of life gain in this kind of deck, unfortunately, so that is kind of a thing that could put them over the top against us. We'll see. Unfortunately, I don't have a 2-drop. It's almost worth playing this guy for 0 on these, but if I had no other creature, I might have done that. I still need to draw another land. Alright, opponent is coming up pretty slow. That's pretty. We're not exactly going super fast either for this deck. This is definitely helpful. Treasure, we'll make sure I can get my Halana out next turn at least. Still, I'm surprised this is a common. It seems to have a lot of abilities just for a common. I like that card quite a bit. Definitely has a feel of common piece. Oh man, if I had a land as well with him. I don't really care about Daxos. Pump up the Thief since it's got Vigilance and Trample. Although land really would have been good there for having the Snakeskin Veil up, but not seem to draw more than 3 land with this deck very often for some reason. Yeah, he finally played his Trollasara. A little late. Ooh, Rexage. Don't think I really care about anything he's got to Rexage right now, but it's good to have in the back pocket for later. I think right now I'm just going to play the Tenacious Pup. I'm going to Infuriate Halana and hold up the Snakeskin Veil. Just pound a lot of damage. Hopefully we can outpace his life gain, which it looks like we can at this point. It's going to be pretty hard for him to survive another turn, unless he has a Wrath of God or something. Day of Judgment or Shadow of the Sky or any of those 4-mana board wipes. Pretty good for 1 mana though. 6/7 right off the bat. Sometimes this deck does pretty insane things. Can't attack or block. Okay. Really need that at this point. Still save the Snakeskin Veil for Halana, in case he has Swords of Plowshares. Alright. The +4/+2 on her, she'll become a 6. Yep. That'll work. It was either that or Rexage this. If I had another mana, I might have Rexage, but I'm gonna put that on him. And we're gonna swing away. See if it's enough. I think it is. opponent just gave up. I don't think they were going to survive it anyway. But I didn't really do the math there because math is for blockers. I'm up to 4-1 already. This deck is so fast sometimes. One problem I have with this deck is I get bored of playing it pretty quickly, as I usually do with aggro, but once in a while I still like to run an aggro deck for a few games. It's one of the things I like about this Historic Brawl challenge that I kind of invented here. It kind of gives you something to play for, a goal to go toward, and you know, make sure that you're not playing the same deck for hours on end. Although this one's extra fast compared to most of my recordings that usually are around an hour or so. This one's probably going to be less than 45 minutes unless I go into a lose streak here, which is always possible. Against a Miriam deck. Pronounced Miriam, something like that. So one thing about Miriam is it tends to be very slow. This hand is reasonably quick. Definitely needs to draw a land in the first, what, 3 draws or something. Because I am on the draw, though. No 1 drop is sad, but I'm going to keep. Hey, look at that, we got a 1 drop. And it's mana. Perfect. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have wash away or something. Does not. Sweet. I can play the Sovereign to kill his artifact there, and hold the Blossoming Defense. I don't think I'm going to cast it before combat on this one. I think I'd rather hang on to this to save Halana in case my opponent kills it. I can always do this part next turn. It seems big enough that doesn't have a good block here. I might even use the Blossoming Defense to save my Viashino Pyromancer if he blocks it. So he didn't have removal for Halana net last turn, so chances are he's not going to this turn. He's not going to get his commander out this turn because I'm going to kill his mana rock. Yeah, I think it's worth doing. That was pretty quick. That was a very quick 5-1. Alright. I'll just show you the deck list again for those who might be interested in trying to build an aggressive deck like this. This is, in my opinion, it's one of the better aggro decks in Historic Brawl. Not that I'm an aggro expert or anything, but as you see, it works pretty well. So it's got quite a few 1-drops. Most of those are creatures, and there's some pump spells. Because the pump spells are just really... Because the pump spells become permanent pumps, essentially. They become plus 100s effective. And giving her that pump for that 1 turn for the extra damage often really makes the difference. Mostly 2-drops, bunch of 3-drops. I got a few 4-drops. Honestly, if you wanted to make this deck aggro, you could probably cut most of these 5 and 4-drops and pile it up with 1, 2, and 3-drops. I just wanted to give it a little bit of late game ability because of board wipes. This is how it can survive a board wipe, because it can still deal a lot of damage before the board wipe happens. And then this stuff is the kind of stuff that can kind of finish them off in the later game if it goes that far. They're not necessary in a lot of games, but they're still good. So yeah, this is the deck. If you're interested in building it, if you have any comments, otherwise like and subscribe so I will keep making more content. Until next time, happy gaming.